All right, gang, let's get this show on the road because we want to head out of here by 8. So if you're climbing in, go ahead and grab a seat. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Eric Lofstrom. You will probably, those of you who are actors may recognize me from auditions or last year. Those of you who are musicians should either recognize me from last year or I'm a completely new face. So I'm going to be talking to you tonight, but we're going to start off with a little fun message that I think probably sets the tone kind of well. So you should be able to hear it back there, listener. We'll see how this goes. Can you hear that?
I gotta give it up. You're pretty good at that. Thank you. Hi guys. I'm Mike. I'm the director. I'm Alex. I'm the choreographer. And we're so sorry we couldn't be there to greet you all in person and tell you how excited we are to start this endeavor. But we are so excited that you guys have joined us for the show. Right? I live in Los Angeles, so I will only be there sporadically on the weekends, and then I'll see you all in our final week. And Alex is currently in Les Mis at University of Michigan, which you will all see him when you go see the show to support him. Thank you so much.
But I'll see you dancers on the weekends in April and then throughout the process.
Okay, so listen. Please listen to what Debbie and Jen and Eric have to say. They have a wealth of information that they need you to know and retain and do. So do all of those things, and we will see you in April, May. Have fun. Hashtag love your lives.
Hashtag
Team Love. Peace.
So that's what you guys get to look forward to. Just a few introductions really quick as we get started. Again, Mike Masalam on your left is our illustrious director, and Alex Miller on the right is our choreographer, and is in Les Mis at U of M, so highly encourage all of you guys to see that. A couple other very, very, very important folks you guys need to know. Over here on my left we have Miss Jen Gear, raise your hand, Jen, say hi. Our executive producer. You will get messages from her telling you about ticket sales, about fundraising, about get-togethers, about all sorts of fun, amazing stuff. She is our boss, so please pay attention to her the most. Standing next to her, we have Miss Eva Rosenwald. Say hi, Eva. Eva is Jen's right-hand woman. And totally invaluable to us. So if you get something from her, the walls are burning down. Okay? And lastly, we have Cameron Jones. Raise your hand, Cameron. Say hi. Cameron is our assistant director and Mike's right-hand man. So he will be here, and if he is giving you notes and such and so forth, those are coming from the mouth of Mike, which is a little scary, but it does happen. So please treat him with the respect that we would treat Mike. There's a joke there that we don't treat Mike with much, but we're going to treat Cameron with a lot. So other folks that anybody here go to opening day today? Look at that, nobody went to opening day. One person did. Her name is Debbie Hallett. And she will be your point person. You'll see her scramble in here at some point. And we should all just do this like slow stare at her when she walks in, because she will be so embarrassed. But she is our stage manager and your point person for everything related to this show. Okay? So from this point out, anything like conflicts, confusion, questions, where do I go at what time, go to Debbie. All right? And you guys will get her and our contact info on the way out today, okay? Again, my name is Eric Lofstrom. I'm going to be your music director as well. So for the unfortunate souls who are in the orchestra and the choir, you get to stare at me the whole show, which is a little creepy. And we're here tonight. A couple other names we need to tell you about. Gretchen, who will wander in as well, is our vocal director and my right-hand woman and a genius. So if she's telling you something about the way that you sing or the sound that she wants, please listen to her far more than you listen to me, okay? She's brilliant. If you have any questions or concerns about vocal style or just technique, she is a perfect person to go to, and just a sweet, sweet lady. Other folks that you will meet along the way, Caroline Keene handles our marketing and sort of social media stuff. So we're going to talk about Facebook and things like that tonight. She's sort of the point person on that. We have Talia, who you'll meet, who does our gala. We're going to talk to you about our gala later on, which is kind of fun. And then Audrey, who's our lighting designer, you'll meet her as well. So that's your creative team that you're going to be dealing with for the next, I don't know if some of you saw it, we open in 47 days and 1 hour. Okay? So in 47 days and 1 hour, we have to learn 13 complete dance numbers. The chorus has roughly 13 to 14 songs. The lead's got to learn some blocking and all their dialogue and all that fun stuff, and we do it in 47 days. So it's going to be kind of fun. It's going to be crazy because we don't see you for a month. The next time we see you guys is April 28th, other than the dancers. There's a lot of things that have to happen in the meantime, because once we start, we have 3 weeks, and it's just a shotgun to the finish. Okay? So you're going to get a lot of information today about how rehearsals work, about how to get your materials, and all this other fun stuff, and you're going to get it in about 50 minutes. Okay? So if you have questions, just kind of like do the whole hand in the air, and we'll just do them right along the way. So did anybody here, were you either in ragtime last year, or did you see ragtime? All right? A couple of you. So for those of you who didn't, here's sort of what, so when we do this in concert, it's kind of a different thing, right? This is what the show looks like, okay? This is a scene from, this is the opening number in ragtime from last year. So you can see the choir, we're in the back, then the orchestra, and then the leads down front. What gets a little more interesting this year is we got to throw some tappers in here, which is going to get even more fun. So we'll see what happens, but that's all the real estate we have to do 42nd Street. So some people think we're crazy, but that's the general idea, okay? So if you have questions about costumes and things like that, that's a perfect question for Debbie. More than likely, if you're in the choir, you'll just simply be in dress blacks, and then if you're a dancer or principal, Mike and our costume designer will work with you guys on that, okay? It's a fun, crazy night. We show up at the Michigan Theater on Saturday. It's one night only. It's really kind of cool. Anybody, if you've ever played 1,000+ people, it's a pretty cool experience. So we're going to talk about ticket sales and how to get a lot of people to this show later on. But that's the general idea, and it's a lot of fun. We do it really fast. So we just ask that you guys do a little bit of homework beforehand so that when we get into rehearsals, we are learning about fixing and tweaking as opposed to learning. One thing of note for the choir, you'll hear this over and over as we go. The choir doesn't leave the stage during intermission. You guys just sort of hang out. You can certainly go take a bathroom break. But there's going to be roughly 50 of you back there on those risers, if the numbers hold. Anywhere from 40 to 50 of you back there. So getting that many people off and on at the Michigan Theater is kind of impossible. As a few of the ragtime folks can attest. So, bring some water and hang out and relax and have a good time and wave at your friends in the audience, but you won't be going anywhere. The leads and the dancers will get you off stage for a bit of a break. So this show is going to be interesting because we're going to take a classically danced show and take an in-concert approach to it, which is kind of weird, right? So, for the choir, what that means is we're going to have you sing a lot more than they generally do in the show. We're going to add some stuff. We're adding some strings, which hasn't been done. So this is not going to be your mother's 42nd Street, all right? It's going to be fun. It's going to be a neat twist. And if any of you have worked with Mike, you know you don't know what to expect. He's going to come in with a very fresh take on this show. So I'm really excited. It's going to be a lot of fun. And we are super happy to have all of you guys join us for the show. So, let's talk about the first important thing. Your stuff, your materials. We have our ubiquitous, as we call them, our little black binders. One of the great things about, I think, great things about an Ann Arbor concert is you don't have to memorize anything. All right? So the choir sits in back with their binders, and the leads sit up front with their binders. There might be some times when Mike will ask you, as a principal, to not use the binder, but for the most part, choir, you're singing like you're in church, okay? Dancers, you don't get one of these, sorry about your luck. All right? And each of you is going to get one of these tonight as you leave, okay? And there's a bunch of stuff in this binder that is important, okay? So, first thing is the rehearsal schedule, all right? Make sure you take a look at this. It is double-sided, okay? It's the same information on both, but the second side breaks down specifically where you are when. There are 4 different ensembles in this show. There's the choir, all right, the folks in the risers in the back. You've got your principals, you have your dancers, and you have your orchestra. So during the second week of rehearsals, we will have 4 ensembles rehearsing simultaneously. It's going to get crazy, okay? All in this building. So it's going to be a lot of fun. But every so often we throw wrenches at you, like on May 6th, where we can't use most of this space. So we're sending some of you to Slauson and others you are going to stay here. Dancers, you're going to be primarily downstairs. So this is probably the most important piece of paper in the binder. All right? So you'll walk out of here with that. We have information in here about fundraising. We're going to talk to you about that in a second. Our fun little postcards. You can hand these out. If you want more, come up and get more. We have stacks of them. Advertising. We'll talk about that in a second as well. This is what you must leave before you get a binder. It's a little publicity waiver. If you weren't here last year and you didn't know, one of the things that we do is we record the entire show, plus we do a making of DVD. It's super cool. It's really cheap. Any of you can buy as many as you want. It's a really neat documentary record of the show. This gives us our permission to put your face on that DVD. Okay? So you can't have one of these without signing one of these. Okay? So I need that. And then our beautiful, amazing Miss Jen Gear show poster. Please feel free to place this prominently anywhere you might, because we want to sell at least 1,000 tickets. All right? So that's what's in the binder. One thing that you might notice that's not in the binder is there's no script to score. Okay? One of the nice things about Ann Arbor Concert is we don't ask you guys to participate. Okay? We're going to talk about finances in a minute. The one thing that we do ask is that you help us cover the cost of printing. Okay? To print the script and score for all of you would run us roughly $850, maybe $1,000. So we've done a couple of things. The script and score are available online in electronic format that you can print at your leisure. The choir, you only need the chorus book. You can print the script if you want it. So you can just go and download it and print it and have at it and you're done. If you're like me and you don't like to work that hard, we've set up an arrangement with Dollar Bill Copying, which is down, where's Dollar Bill? Forest? Wherever Pizza House is. Church in Southview. And for like, what is it, $4 or $6, you can, they'll print out both of you and just hand it to you. So it's kind of like the old horseback days back in the day, right? So you can go grab one there. You will get this binder for free. And it's yours to keep or return if you want it. All right? So to get your materials, you have to come up and get a binder and sign that waiver for me. If you are under the age of 18, we have a few of you in this show. I have a wholly separate waiver for you and your parents to sign, so I need you to come and talk to me separately tonight. For the rest of you, you get this, you can take it and run with it. Dancers, I need a waiver as well. Dancers, if you sing, take one of these. Dancers, if you don't, don't. You're welcome to one. But either way, I need that waiver from everybody, okay? You'll get an email on how to get the prompt book or the script and the course book. Any questions on materials or things like that? Yes, ma'am?
Will there be any CDs for the singers?
We're working on them as we speak, so that's a great question, Zach. We will have MP3s up online that you can sort of karaoke style. It's Eric playing 42nd Street. And Alex and I use those to fine-tune tempos and stuff, so you can grab one of those to sing along with. Gretchen and I will work to plunk in the chorus parts. It just takes a really long time to do. It's a very labor-intensive process, so we'll do the best we can. I think you're going to find this music really challenging. At the top, you're like, 42nd Street, how hard is it? And then you look at some of these 4-part, 6-part harmonies and tunes like dames and stuff like that, and it's just kind of crazy. Men, I'm going to have you singing in every number except, what's the lady's number? Shuffle Off the Buffalo. Ladies, you're going to sing in every number, okay? So even if it says just men, we're going to plug the women on top of that. There will be a couple sections where we just do men, but there's a lot of music to learn. So we will try to get those CDs for you as fast as we can. But definitely keep checking the website and keep checking Facebook. We'll talk about Facebook as well. That's where we'll post a lot of info there. Okay? Other questions? Sir?
Yeah, 2 questions. First of all, as far as downloading the script online goes, so are there like different variations?
No, it's just one. It'll just say 42nd Street prompt book or script.
Everyone follows?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Okay, and secondly, sorry if I missed this, but when do we turn the waiver again?
Tonight.
Tonight.
Yep, you'll come up and when you come up to get a binder, we'll pull out the waiver, we'll make you John Hancock, and then you're off and running. Cool. All right, what else? What am I forgetting? Hi.
Orchestra music?
Yes, thank you. You're absolutely right. Orchestra members. Strings, I don't have anything for you yet. If you're not a string player, I have your books up here or photocopies if you want. Okay? And orchestra, we're going to go meet over there after this meeting for like 5 minutes just to powwow real quick. Okay? Great question, Alan. Thank you.
Question,
Sir,
are there cuts to the script? Or
not
score?
right now. Nope. We're doing the whole show in its entirety, including all the dance breaks. That's going to be kind of fun. The orchestra just went, cool, right? It's very rare that you do a show and you don't get to stretch your legs. So it's going to be fun. One last thing for the dance ensemble, the trick to getting you guys knowing, again, 13 dance numbers. There's something of seeing like over 1,000 bars of dance in this show. Alex is going to be taping the choreography. Sarah, raise your hand. That's your dance captain, ladies and gentlemen. She's amazing and incredible, and she is going to be a huge asset in us getting this show on its feet, figuratively and literally speaking. So we're going to need you guys. Alex is probably going to use a Facebook group to get these videos up so you can sort of watch your choreography. So we'll talk about that more when we get to the Facebook portion of the show, or of the meeting. I talked about the rehearsal schedule already. We will get you a precise song-by-song schedule day by day, so that if we don't need you for a particular number, ladies, maybe we're running men and dames or something, we want to be very respectful of your time, okay? We won't call you unless it's necessary, so we'll have that for you. Otherwise, just plan on, the basic rehearsal schedule is this. Monday through Thursday, choirs with Gretchen for the first week. Choirs in the choir room with Gretchen. The dancers are downstairs with Alex. I float. Second week, orchestra comes in. I'm with orchestra back there. Gretchen's with the choir back there. Alex with the dancers downstairs. And Cameron's up here with the principals. And then the third week, we move to Huron High School. Those are our dress rehearsals. We run the show there. We move to the Michigan Theater on Thursday. We do Michigan Theater Thursday, Friday shows, open Saturday, and we're done. All right? It's that quick. If you have conflicts, I know most of you wrote stuff down. We're going to do our best to take them from the audition sheets and compile them. But if something comes up, email Debbie as soon as you can. Okay? She's the keeper of that. All right? Okay, so let's talk about the fun portion of the show. Let's talk about fundraising. We all love talking about money. It's going to, again, we don't ask you guys to pay to play. Nor do we ask we are a completely volunteer organization. It's going to run us approximately $37,000 to put on this show. Okay? The big part that we get a fair amount of that from our donors. We have some really great donors who contribute very, very generously. We just got our 501c3, which is kind of exciting. So any donations are tax deductible. So if you happen to know somebody who's a great patron of the arts, let Jen and I know. We will go wine and dine them. We will, we'll give them the whole spiel. But we really rely heavily on our donors to make this thing happen. The second thing is obviously ticket sales. Okay, tickets will go on sale privately starting roughly tomorrow. They will go on sale publicly April 17th, approximately a month before the show. Tickets are $15 to $25 for student seniors and then general admission. And then we have sort of like the best seats in the house for $50. And then we have our pre-show gala. And this is where we can raise the most money. Gala tickets are $100. And it includes this did anybody have a relative or friend, or did you attend the gala last year? All right, so Joel was there, and the Randolphs. It's a really, it's just this thing. You do a much better job than you were describing this tonight. It's a really neat, just elegant time to come in. We have local merchants, like last year was Monty and a couple other places. So you have like light apps and wine and cheese and champagne and beer. And you sort of mingle in the foyer. So if you've ever been to some type of event at the Michigan Theater in their foyer, it's that type of thing. You get to rub elbows with Mike and Alex. I come out and say hi for a second because I'm generally a little wigged out by that point. But it's a really great evening to come before the show, enjoy great food, great company, and just, it's a really, really neat event. If we only can sell 150 gala tickets. If we can sell that out, we are well over halfway to our fundraising goal. So if you have, maybe some grandparents or some parents or colleagues who you think would enjoy a night like that plus this show, this is a great way to do it. And it really, really helps support this group. Because it's crucial for us that we don't ask you guys. You guys are already getting enough of your time. We don't want to ask you for your money as well. Okay? But it's really, really, really expensive to do a show at the Michigan Theater. So it's a really fun night. The folks from Ragtime can attest. But we really need your help getting the word out about the gala tickets, or even, if you know somebody who might be interested in donating, we would love to talk to them. Okay? And then obviously promoting this event, getting the ticket sales out. Here's the biggest thing you can do. I want everybody to get out their phone right now, and with the not even Bob Gillard who can't say this. Please go like us on Facebook right now. We're Ann Arbor in Concert, all one word. If you don't follow us now, please do. Because the best way that we can promote this show, look, nobody got out their phones. Oh, Sebastian, thank you, Sebastian, I love you. Thank you, Carol. You guys, some of you already did, absolutely. I can snoop, by the way. I'm able to see everybody who's a friend of Facebook. We were at 297 before I came here today. We better be at, roughly 350 by the end of the night. That is a great way for us to promote this show. It gets out to all your friends. If you like, you'll notice on my profile page, we've put on the website where you can get the script and the score. You can also get a cute little JPEG that says 42nd Street in Concert. I make that my profile picture. When I make that change, it goes out to all of my friends. This is a really, unbelievably powerful way to promote this show. I really, really want to outdo last year. Last year we did not expect 1,000. This year I really want to get more than 1,000 people in those seats. It's going to be a fantastic show. You guys are going to sound amazing. It's going to look amazing. It's going to be a lot of fun. Let's pack this in. Certainly my vision for this group, this is our second year. This is our make or break year, right? I want this to become an event that people come to every year. They put it on their calendar the same way they put the art fair on their calendar. All right? I want it to be a night where women have an excuse to go buy a nice dress, stuff their hubby in a penguin suit and go have a nice night. We will definitely all go out afterwards. There will be an after party. We'll let you know where that is. Talia generally manages that, but you'll hear more about that as we go along. But it's really a great event. Get your friends, get your family, bring them out. It's just a fun night. It really is. It's a great, great time. For tickets, you can buy them directly. Jen and I will always have our little square reader. You can buy tickets at rehearsal if you want. You can buy tickets online. We'll launch that site pretty quick here. You can certainly buy tickets at the Michigan Theater box office. We'll have more information on that because that's kind of sporadic. But we want to get the word out. So again, Facebook. Those postcards are handy. If you want to take a stack and leave them in your office, I take a stack over to my dad's office. And people can come by and take them with. Yes, ma'am.
Hey, Eric, so the ticket sales again, so last year there was like a surcharge on online sales. Is it better than to buy?
It is. So let's talk about that. So last year we used Ticketmaster. And it was a pretty big surcharge there. This year, we're going to use one of two services, but if you go to buy a ticket, what it says on the page is what you will pay. All right? It might mean that, so right now we're looking at $16.50 for a student ticket. What's happening there is the actual price is $15. We're adding basically $1.50 of the cost onto the ticket. We're eating about $1. Okay? Same thing for general admission. The actual ticket price is $25. The total fees is roughly like, I don't know, $3. So we make it $26.50. We eat $1.50 and the patron pays $1.50. If you're buying a best seat in the house or a gala ticket, you pay no fees. We eat all of those fees. So that's a great question. I know a lot of people have things about Ticketmaster, and I probably share those things. So we want to make it as easy and seamless, and we want to get people in the seats. And I know that ticket fees can sometimes get more. Ma'am?
Other than the center seats that are already spoken for, is it first come, first served? sit in?
Right now, it's all reserved, but we're looking at going back to the just sort of general admission for the non-center section.
If we're buying tickets from you, then if they're going to be reserved, how do you know which seats you're going to be offering? your
Because
friends?
you can run the website right on your iPad. So you can literally pick the seats right then and there. Yeah, so it's pretty cool. It's really neat.
I'm sorry, who is the center seats reserved for?
So it's basically, think of it as $25 for these seats and $50 for these seats. And then $100 if you want these seats and then attend the gala. The gala tickets are tax deductible. We recognize the entire thing as a donation. So, if that helps. Bob, did you have a question?
No,
Nope, just checking. I saw the hand go up.
no, I was disproving, I get it.
Ah, well done.
Yeah,
Thank you,
you
sir. I
talked
love
about
it. I love it. Let's see. What else am I forgetting? So let's talk about some of the other things that we need. If you have spouses, brothers, sisters, grandparents, children, who might also be interested in helping out, we always need volunteers, okay? Whether they want to be one of our minions, we very purposely use that term. We can always use their help pre-show. We need help with ticket takers, with box office people, setting up and taking down during the gala, setting up and taking down for the show. One of the tricks is we have to be out of the Michigan Theater by midnight that night. So if you have a husband or a wife or a son or daughter who might be interested in helping us break down, the sooner we get that broken down, the sooner Jen and I can come to the after party. And Debbie. We can always use volunteers. If they are interested, let us know. That we've actually got a little link on the website where they can sign up. And let's see, last one. One of the things that we did really poorly last year, at least I think, is we did it 3 weeks is not enough time to get to know one another. I think we sort of walked in, we had fun, we walked out and went, what does Kathleen do again? Right, it's just, so one of the things that I think we want to do a better job of this year is let's get to know one another. We sort of, in groups, know one another, but we don't know each other collectively as a company. So, 2 things there. At the first rehearsal, we're going to take a little bit of time to get to know one another as an acting company. Also, we do these bar nights as fundraisers. So we'll go to like Alley Bar or Wolverines, and they will donate a portion of their revenues to us. These are also fun times to sort of get together, hang out with Mike or Alex. You don't want to hang out with me. You really don't want to hang out with me. But it's just fun to hang out and get to know one another. I really want to do a better job of all of us walking out with that sense of community. I feel maybe we didn't quite have that last year. So we're not gonna play games, but I want to do a better job of getting to know one another. So when you hear about the bar nights or something like that, please come out. We want to get to know you. We want to meet you guys. We want to know who you are, what you do, and what your passions are. All of you did such a great job. For the orchestra members, you may not know, but we literally were at Call-X last night until 7 o'clock. So it's been kind of a fun, crazy 4 weeks. It's going to be another fun 7 weeks, give or take. I think, other than that, on the rehearsal schedule that'll be in your binders will be my contact information, Jen, Debbie, and Mike. So if you need any of us, please use that. That's email works best for me. Email works best for most of us. But if anything comes up, please let us know as soon as you can. This is going to be a lot of fun. It's going to be really brief, and it's going to be quite the show. If any of you watched Alex's little tap dance video on the Facebook page, it's going to be kind of crazy. So we are definitely looking forward to it. We are very happy to see all of you guys here. Any questions? Anything that I did not address? Anything at all? Going once. Awesome. So here's what we want to do. Orchestra, I'm going to be over there with the orchestra books. Jen and Eva are going to be up here with the binders. So if you are in the cast, please come up. Again, grab a binder, sign that waiver, and leave the waiver here. If you didn't do it, because it wasn't clear in the email, there was a link in that email that was going to take you to a form for you to fill out, ask for your phone number and your email address. Please go do that. That gives us a written record that basically you said yes, and we know what your phone number is. So if you're missing in action, you can get in touch with me. We will not call you unless it's an emergency, but if there is an emergency, we want to be able to get a hold of you. Yes, ma'am?
Is there a document that says whether we did it or not, or does it matter if we do it the second time?
It doesn't matter if you do it a second time, but there is one and you did it.
That's a long time.
There's only a few who didn't do it, so please do that as well. Other questions? Yes, ma'am?
I saw there were rehearsals for dancers on the weekends.
Yes.
How can we find out when those are?
Those will definitely be Sundays. Do you remember, is it 4 to 7 or 7 to 1? Is it, do you know?
I don't think
It's definitely Sundays. And I believe it's 4 to 7.
Starting in, not this coming Sunday, right? I believe it's not this, it does not start. on
And it's
the-
certainly not Easter Sunday. Yeah, Alex hasn't confirmed with us this upcoming Sunday, but dancers, let's get together as a group and we'll sort of hash that out really quick. That would likely also include Grace and Sebastian, although more Grace than Sebastian, but Alex is going to get us that specific schedule. We got a lot of dance to learn. I think it's a grand total of 12 dance rehearsals and then we're in 10 weeks, so. Katie's like, what? Yeah, 12 dance rehearsals, and then we're in. Hey, yo, come on. We can do this. We can do this. And we'll talk amongst ourselves. But yeah, we'll get that figured out. It goes together really fast. So what we ask is that you guys do a little homework beforehand, so that when we show up, we've at least looked at the material and we kind of know what we're doing. It allows us to get this done quickly. It'll be fun. It'll be. Hey, we made it happen last year. Granted, not the dance, but the process seems to work. So we will see what happens this year. Loads of fun. Katie's looking at me like, mm-hmm. There you go. There you go. Any other questions? Yes, ma'am.
Is there a link on Ann Arbor in Concert to download the music, or do we go to some other site?
Yes. So when you go to our website to get your music, you will see on the menu that it'll say current production, and under that menu will say cast resources. When you go there, it will prompt you to say, hey, you've got to register to get into this site. Don't let that confuse you. If you've already registered, there's a little link that says you already registered, log in. You create a username and password, and every so often it wonks out on you and sends you back to the home page. Just go back to cast resources and you'll get in, and you'll see it's just basically a hosted Dropbox folder, and you'll see the different PDFs there. Help yourself to any and all of it. And then, again, if you want, you can call Dollar Bill, and they will also print it out for you for a minimal fee. Yes, Lisa?
I'll add a tip to that. If you do use Dollar Bill, ask them to print it on whole printed paper.
There you go.
Because it's really thick.
Yep. Good point. Good point.
Put it in a binder.
Yep. Yes, ma'am.
They don't automatically give you that, you have to ask for it.
I think we can ask them for it. So Jen and I will make sure that Stacy over there knows that, to make sure it's all full punch.
So they
Yes.
have that already? You don't have to download it and take it to them, you can just say.
No, they will have it there.
Please
You
don't
can-
do it until tomorrow morning.
Yeah, please don't call them tonight. They're not, are they open? They're open tonight, but don't call them tonight. Don't call them tomorrow morning. But we'll have that available. And,
That was my question. Wait, is it here now? But we'll wait.
yeah, give Jen and Stacy a day to make that happen.
Sure.
Yes, sir.
So when will they be available to be picked up? That'll be by the,
From Dollar Bill, probably by Tuesday.
oh, okay.
Yep.
So just go over there and ask for the music, or?
Yep, you may want to call ahead first, but yeah, you can just go there, ask them for the Ann Arbor in Concert 42nd Street horse pack, and they'll give you both the script and the score.
By next Tuesday, you said?
By this Tuesday.
Oh,
By tomorrow, yeah, Stacy just needs to run a bunch of them off. Stacy's over at Dollar Bill. And we'll make sure that we tell her to whole bunch it. Good. Other questions? The only thing I ask choir, we're going for uniformity of look, so please don't swap out your black binder for a blue one, or a red one, or a white one, or a green one. We're all about individuality, except when you're my choir. So, you're welcome to keep these, or you can return them after the show, whatever you want to do there. Other questions? Anything? Awesome. All right, so come on up, grab your binders. We will not Try not to run them over. Orchestra, let's go hang out over there. And then dancers, if you got the time, just sit tight and we'll, I want to sit down with you guys and talk about the exact schedule in a couple minutes.